Welcome to phase two. Wait, what? Hold up. Let's go back to square one. Why are these bees dead?
We began phase 1 with a simple question: how can bees survive in landscapes built for humans? But as we studied beekeeping practices and visited farms, we realized that the problem wasn't a lack of awareness or technology, it was how extraction is governed. Most beekeeping systems today are organized around one goal, which is honey production. That goal determines how often hives are opened, how much honey is removed, and how colonies are managed. Extraction decisions are usually made individually with limited visibility into colony health, seasonal needs, or forage availability. Even with good intentions, the structure places constant pressure on colonies. Our first instinct was predictable: to design a better bee box, but phase 2 research forced us to pause. Hives already exist, knowledge already exists, and best practices already exist. But colony health continues to decline. That was our turning point. That failure wasn't the object, it was who decides when extraction happens and under what constraints. This led to our core insight. Sustainability breaks down when limits depend on individual restraint under pressure. So instead of designing for better behavior, we design for systems that decide when not to extract.
We designed a shared stewardship system for pollination and honey production across semi urban and rural landscapes. In this system, hive placement is assessed collectively based on land capacity. Extraction is governed at a shared level, and honey is harvested only when defined surplus conditions are met. The physical hive supports this system. It is intentionally familiar. What's different is how limits are enforced. A sealed mycelium insulation layer stabilizes temperature and reduces stress. The honey trays introduce intentional friction, a soft marker that physically limits how much honey can be extracted.
The app coordinates the system through a shared map that connects farms, hives, and forage areas. The land is divided into hexagonal stewardship zones. Each zone shows how many hives the land can support, current forage levels, and whether honey extraction is open, limited, or paused. Extraction timings are set by the cooperative at the zone level, based on colony health, seasonality, and forage, not individual choice. The app also provides a local plant directory and bloom calendar, guiding farmers on what to plant and when, especially during forage gaps. Instead of optimizing honey, the app helps the system decide when to wait, when to plant, and when surplus exists. We tested the system with a prototype at a low intervention farm. The feedback wasn't about increasing yield, it was about trust, whether the system would still hold its limits when conditions became uncertain. That question shaped everything that followed. At its core, this project isn't about only bees, it's about how shared ecological resources are governed under pressure. We are designing systems that clearly define what must be protected and that decide when not to extract, rather than leaving that choice to individuals. When care is built into structure, colonies survive, pollination continues, and ecosystem remains stable. Honey doesn't have to be pushed. It emerges as a consequence of a system that holds.